I really think we need to look at how we can do the ease of business better in Africa. How can we reduce those barriers? People want to go and invest into Africa, but they're worried about the risk that they're at. So there's many things they can do in Africa. They can look at their governance, the rule of law, giving investors that protection and stability, reducing the risk factors across the board, and looking at anti-corruption in order to make them feel more trust and confidence to bring their investments into Africa. But then there are things that we need to do also to accept the challenge of what we can do to create a better environment for them to do business and bring products to Europe and to the rest of the world. And that is looking at, again, barriers to trade that we can reduce. Can we reduce tariffs? Can we allow them to move their products, add value to those raw commodities that they have before they export them, and allow them in? And that would be looking at tough questions around agriculture and subsidies and things like this.
I think the biggest challenge for any business on the continent is access to capital at a reasonable price. And access to capital which is more permanent than just sort of a short-term bank loan. And in equity form, because when you're starting out, most people in the developed world have a really well-developed VC type structure where you can get money from people who are not really asking for it back. They'll take a percentage of your company, whereas on the continent you have to get very expensive bank loans, and it just significantly increases the risk of doing business. And sometimes when you're building a long-term project, you really don't want to get a bank loan out which is very short-term because you have a mismatch. If there was an ability to get access to capital at a reasonable, long-term capital at a reasonable price, I think you'll see a quantum difference to the way we develop our businesses. And that's really, for me, the biggest thing that the EU can do for us is to give access to big businesses to long-term pools of capital at a reasonable price. And guess what? We'll go and do the smallholder stuff.